the Chelsea got trashed by Leeds United, so that's no longer news. But there's been crazy reactions all over the internet, all over Chelsea football fan bases. Fans have been losing their minds about it. Some have been giving different opinions. So I'll just come on here on the Football Fan HQ, give my opinion about the game, and who's to blame. I've seen a lot of things going around about people blaming Tosin Adebayo, laying all the blame on him. I think it goes deeper than just Tosin Adebayo. It goes deeper than Tosin Adebayo. And I would say Enzo Maresca should share the bulk of the blame, 95% of the blame. But also, it goes beyond just Enzo Maresca. It goes to what modern coaches are doing in modern day football. So I'll just share a bit of let's say, reactions on X from Chelsea fans. So this one says, just a moment, I'll have this sorted out. So it says, one step forward. So one step forward. The speaker now. So it says, mine, the reaction to Chelsea's loss list on YouTube. Okay, one step forward, two step back. Chelsea inconsistent hits again. Back five, Chelsea's kryptonite. I wouldn't say back five is Chelsea's kryptonite in my humble opinion. I just feel like the personnel you use in football is important. We have now data analysts, clipboard merchants, X's and O's, and all that stuff, but football is still an athletic endeavor. Like you're still going man versus man. You're still going physicality versus physicality. You're still going pace versus pace. You don't just pick people and lump them in. And I think that's where Enzo Maresca got it wrong. It's fine for you to rotate, but why didn't you use a Josh Archiampong, for instance, as opposed to going on, as opposed to using a Chaloba or using the Tosin that don't give you that mobility? And why did you have them playing the high line? Why do you have them playing the high line? This is just crazy. I'm sure Chelsea fans out there, you're losing your minds. But for me, Tosin Adebayo, he made that error. But yeah, but how did Chelsea get to be 2 goals down in the space of, was even up to 30 minutes, 35 minutes? You're already 2 goals down. And then second half, you consider you're left chasing the game. So it's easy to have Tosin Adebayo as the easy out for you to say, oh, he was the one at fault, get him out of my club, as I've seen a lot of fans doing, a lot of fans saying, get him out of my club, I don't want to see him at the club. Look at Enzo Maresca. Even if you want to say he is dross, even if you want to say Tosin Adebayo is dross, is useless, who selected him? Who brought him onto the pitch? Who brought him onto the pitch? So let's also see what Sherma has to say as well. So I'll just be reacting to different opinions that people have given about the match. So embarrassment, that's a painful result for Chelsea fans, especially with their away fans. There's a real rivalry between Leeds and Chelsea. Maresca didn't respect the opponent at all. I can understand rotation, but he made far too many changes, and the players never really turned up. I'll say this, right? How you set your team up sends psychological messages to your players. It sends messages. If you're bringing the B player, if you're bringing someone that doesn't have the same athletic ability, like I said in the previously, it's fine, right? It's fine for you to rotate, but do you have the quality to rotate? What are your ambitions going into the season? Do you want to compete for a title? Do you want to compete for top four? People are talking about you have lots of games. A lot of Chelsea fans are coming up with excuses. Oh, you have lots of games to play for, and you have to. No, you have to take each game seriously. You don't have to wait till you play in an Arsenal or playing a Manchester United or playing in Liverpool before you take every game in serious. You joke around in the Premier League, you're going to find out. You joke around with your team selection. You joke around with how you motivate your players. You are going to get found out in the Premier League. This is not La Liga where Barcelona and Real Madrid will always find a way to be to be 1 and 2. You have to respect the opponent that you're coming up against. And for me, I think Enzo Maresca got it all wrong. Now Arsenal have gone on, they've won, so I think right now it's their firmly their title to lose. So um, 2 goals against Brentford, get it done, and Chelsea struggled against Brentford. Because one thing people don't get is if you beat the likes of Brentford, the likes of Leeds United, the likes of I don't know, you beat those teams, then you can now plan better for the supposed big games, for your Liverpools, for your Arsenals. You can afford to go into those games accepting a draw because you would still be on firm footing. You have a draw, your 6 points still remains untouched. But when you go and you lose to Leeds United, get trashed. I think Enzo Maresca got his tactics all wrong. That's just my opinion. Estevao William, he made him ineffective. He didn't give him any support by way of fullbacks, overlapping, underlapping, or even carrying the ball from deep. So in that regard, I think Enzo Maresca got his tactics wrong. But a lot of people, I wonder if there will be any Chelsea fan out there to pump up their chest and actually hold Enzo Maresca accountable, or we'll still see would still see everyone blaming everyone else other than Enzo Maresca. So have a look at this one. And I'll give my thoughts on this as well. So who's this from? It's from Chelsea. X and Fire. Third game in 7 days. Chelsea came to fight and not to play. We got 4 yellow cards in the first half and clearly didn't play how we normally would, and New Lot got gassed. Leeds were there for the taking. Chelsea flopped. You are not as good as you think you were. So I think this may be from maybe an Arsenal fan. Chelsea were 3-1. That question of Chelsea came to fight in the Arsenal game, London derby. We're going to always have that, so I don't take that. I don't take that. Leeds were there for the taking because you always know how Leeds United would play. They're going to come out the high press, high octane football the first 10, 15 minutes. It's normal. That is how they play. So that makes me wonder if coaches don't come out and just flat out lie, where they tell you, oh, we watch this game to watch hours and hours of clips on teams. Not just Maresca, other coaches say this as well. I just feel like some of these coaches, maybe they lie because you can't tell me as an Enzo Maresca that you watch Leeds United play, you watch tons of games they play, whatever formation, 4-4-2, 5-3-2, whatever formation they play, and you didn't know that Leeds United will come up, high intensity at home. They'll come up with high intensity. They'll put you on the back foot, and then you chose to go with your most unathletic back line. So what were you expecting to happen? So fair play, Leeds United. They did their business, took Chelsea to the cleaners. Chelsea didn't really turn up, and the team selection from Enzo Maresca, in my opinion, was really poor. Choosing to go with Tosin, choosing to keep Gusto on the bench, Chaloba. It was just poor selection from Enzo Maresca and even poorer in-game management, right? So Chelsea competing for the league title this season, I just don't see it. I don't know what Chelsea fans think, but for me, I just feel like maybe top 4 finish, and if you can win the cup, that may be seen as success for Chelsea, because you can't go around fooling around with games. I think this over rotation is a modern thing, because usually you would see teams go to play Champions League, come on, to play the same team or a similar team in a league game, and then go again for a Champions League game or go again for an FA Cup game. But now it's just what I call it hipster moment in football right now. Once you play one game, no, we can't use the same team. We must change 4, 5, 6 players. So what are you doing? What are you doing? So Chelsea fans, I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment section. Smash the subscribe button if you love the content. I'm sure this is not the right time to tell Chelsea fans to subscribe to the Football Fan HQ. But this is your day to suffer. It could be a day for Liverpool. It could be a day for Manchester United to suffer. Speaking about Liverpool, they also are suffering at the minute. They only drew Sunderland. Sunderland are having an absolute blast back in the Premier League. So top marks to them. Arsenal, give them top marks as well. They did the job. 2-0 against Brentford. Pick your points up. Keep going. Top of league table now, 9 points ahead of Chelsea, and then you're still ahead of Manchester City, who won as well. Now Chelsea sit fourth spot. The fourth spot, Chelsea fans, do you think you can still make the top four? Let me know your opinions in the comment section, and I'll see you on another video. So stay well and stay blessed.